All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're back up here at J.C. Lewis Ford in Statesboro, and we're going to talk some numbers today. Numbers, truck numbers. We are coming into the end of 2025. 2026s are rolling in everywhere except for Ford. Ford does not have a 2026 F-150 even being produced yet, but we have some interesting numbers from Cox Automotive, and that number is how many trucks we have available. How many cars are available new right now? Okay, so what would you think that number is? Well, let's put it this way. Pre all the BS stuff that happened with the shortages and that sickness and all the crap that happened in 2020, before that, we were at 3.5 million vehicles available new for sale, that year. Okay, that's what was available, that you could come out on a lot like this and choose from, where you had all of these options. Look around, we got options everywhere. Anything you can think of, there's a truck everywhere where you could come to the lot, and it wasn't just a matter of, oh, what do you have? It was a matter of, do you want gray, Tremor, 401, 402? What do you want? They have them all. Look at all this, they're everywhere. Okay, it was that type of thing that we had before this stuff, where they were just tons of options. Walk on a lot, pick out what you want, test drive it, buy it, take it home. I mean, again, Tremor. I mean, like I said, Tremor. I mean, look at this. There's just, they're everywhere. All these trucks are everywhere. 3.5 million was what we had before all that crap happened. Then it took a long time to build up, okay, and start getting things back after all those issues and things that we had. And currently, as of October 2025, according to Cox Automotive, we are at right now is 3 million. So we are only 500,000 short of where we were before all that kind of stuff happened, as far as the amount of vehicles that are on the lots and available for you to take advantage of. What does that mean for you? Okay, for you, the consumer. What it means is that it is a buyer's market again. Okay, after years of taking it on the chin from dealers telling us how much they're going to charge, dealers doing markup, dealers doing stupid addendum stickers and forcing us into those addendum stickers and making us have to buy these add-ons and jump through all their hoops. Years of dealers making insane profit numbers on us by not nickel and diming us, but by taking a truck that was, say, 50 grand and making us pay $65,000 for it and not giving us options otherwise. They're like, you do it or somebody else does. Give me my money now. And then years of, of interest rates that were astronomical, making banks tons of money, all of these kind of things. Now, finally, 3 million vehicles on the lots. 3 million. We no longer have to give that control up that we've had to for all these years. What does that mean? That means right here. Here's an FX4 off-road Ranger right here. Look at this beautiful Ranger. Love the Ranger XLT. Here it is. They're telling you that this thing is $46,000. Let me tell you something. The Ranger is a very hard to find truck. They don't make a bunch of these things, okay? They're very hard to find in most regions, especially down here. Not very common, but that's $46,000. Was that a 2.7? I'm assuming for that price, that was a 2.7. That is the 2.7 EcoBoost V6 in there too, okay? That's a very nice setup, not the 4-cylinder 2.3, which I love that engine too. But $46,000, you should be able to get this for under 40 grand. Under $40,000. That is a Ranger FX4 4-wheel drive XLT trim with the same engine in it as most of these F-150s have inside of this. And you should be able to get it for something that starts with a 3, like 38, 39, somewhere in there is where this truck should be coming in at. And if you can't, keep looking. This is the beauty of it. Okay, and that's a hard to find truck. That's a Ranger. That's hard to find. Look, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and most of them are 2-wheel drive. Okay, so that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Here's another FX4, and I love this color. Look at this one, XLT. Man, nice. FX4 XLT. This has got the 2.7 also coming in at the same price. This one is gorgeous. God, that color is straight up gorgeous. Love it. Love it. So you got some options here. Here's another 4-wheel drive one. Nice. They're starting to stack some in here. Again, we haven't been up here in a while. But point being is you can get some deals off. Now look at all the F-150s. Remember, 2025 F-150s are all we have here, because 2026 is they probably won't even make it 2026. I'm being kind of partially like funny and lying, but on the same note, I'm kind of partially thinking if I was Ford, I'd just probably skip 26 and go straight to 27s. I wouldn't even bother, because their lots are packed full of these things. You should be able to get a minimum of 20% off on an F-150. My take on it. Matter of fact, I will go as far as to say that I personally would not buy a 2025 F-150 unless I got 20% off of that truck. And they're astronomically priced anyway, but I would have to get 20% off. I would do no less before you would even have my attention. I can go get 20% off on a Ram. I can get 20% off on a Chevy. Okay, there's no reason I can't get, and those are on 2026s. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to get 20% off on a 2025, 2-year-old technically, because 26s are out everywhere now. So some of these are pushed, they're almost 2 years old. In just a little while, there'll be 2-year-old models, 1-year-old models here. There's no reason at all that you can't get those numbers. Okay, and again, it's your control. If you go to this dealership or that dealership or any dealership and you're like, I want this one, what is this? What do we got right here? This is a sharp looking truck. What do we got here? XLT F-150. Obviously it's 2025, window stickers there, 4-wheel drive, not an FX4, spray in bed liner, nice looking truck. We got any power and stuff back here? We got power. I don't think we got any lights. I don't feel any no lights, but what are we coming in at on this thing? What are they asking for? 65 grand. It's got the 3.5 and it's $65,000. But anyway, let's say you wanted this truck. If I want this and I come to this deal and I tell $65,000 and I tell them I want 12% or 20% off, so say I want 13 grand off on this thing is what I'm looking for. So that brings me down to 50. Say I want it for $52,000 out the door, $53,000. If they won't do that, 50 grand or even 50 grand, if they're not going to do that, I'm leaving and going somewhere else. It's a freaking XLT. It's an XLT. It's not a Lariat. It's not a King Ranch. It's an XLT. If I can't get it here for 50 grand or 51 or 52 grand, then I'm going to a different dealership. Why? Because there's 3 million. There's 3 million trucks here. What if I go to 5, 10, 15, 20 dealerships and I cannot get this thing for the number I want for 20% off? I can't get it. What do I do then? I go to a different brand. I move on. Ford can kiss my rear end. If they're not going to give me 20%, I move on. Why? Because there's 3 million cars. 3 million of them new available right now everywhere. That means I got options galore. And if Ford won't give me the deals that I need to make it work, I will go to a different one. Well, Ford's better than everything else. No, they're not. You think this truck's better than a Chevy? People are like, well, Chevy's got motor problems, on and on. Here we go. Toyota, I get it. But if you you think Ford doesn't have a bunch of problems? You don't think they're in a whole world of hurt? Did you not look at recalls? Do you not know about oil consumption issues and cam phasers and oil leaks and, all this stuff that's happening with all this kind of stuff and transmission issues? I mean, this is a real world here. Don't think for a second that any truck is better than a different one. But if the dollars don't add up, move on to something that does. It's your world. Okay, this is your world, and there's 3 million vehicles on the lots today, the most there's been since all that crap, since 2019, before all that crap happened. We are getting back to those standards now. Take advantage of them. Make them work in your favor. Make the dealers work for you. Why? Because there's 3 million trucks and there's a whole bunch of dealers that are begging to sell and move some of them. So do not be afraid to take charge of that deal and put it into your corner. This is your world now. They're living in it. The days of the dealers winning, it's over. It's gone. This is yours now. Take advantage of it. Questions, comments, put them below. Thanks for watching.